Today we're going to put some manifolds on. Going back to watch my video on the teardown, and this is how I had that guy and this guy installed on here. So this is for bank 1, I believe, even though both of these are identical. They can be used on either bank. This is bank 2. He has one of these check valves on here. You can see that is how it is oriented with the tubing ready for the vacuum line. I think I'm gonna go ahead and replace this vacuum line. I don't know if I need to get it at Porsche yet or any auto parts store. I would assume probably has it just cut to length. So I'm gonna come back and replace these lines. All right, I got all my parts cleaned. Now I'm gonna take them and do a little bit of pre-assembly with these and also the rings that I have over here. Got these all cleaned up. I got the new gaskets from Porsche, and we're gonna put these on first. I just start them in the middle where the little tab is and press them all around until they're flush like that one. So I just set him down loosely in place. I'm gonna put the other side here and not attach him yet, just so I can attach this back piece that connects the two. Okay, looking at this thing from the transmission side, where our AOS is gonna be right there. It looks like this. So over here we have bank 1. Bank 1 has this sensor on it, and this guy that has the 2 vacuum lines running off of it. So you can see those 2 vacuum lines running off of it right there. And this tube, this part sticks pretty much straight up. This arrow is supposed to line up with that line so that this guy is underneath on the bottom of everything. And I want all of these connectors, I want them facing me so that a screwdriver can go in this way to loosen and tighten them. These we don't have to have on yet, but that's where they're gonna end up. I'm gonna put the plenum back on after it's in the car, I think, maybe. Oh God, all right, this is me from the future. Put this power steering pump reservoir thingy in before you put this thing in the car. I'll try to put this in the video around that assembly time, but before you put this frickin' pipe on, because you need this off to get that in there. So I'm gonna have to take this pipe off in place with this crap over it. And it's gonna be a pain in the ass to fit that down there. So do yourself a favor and don't forget to put that in. I had to disassemble this pipe enough to pull it forward so that I could pull that one that far forward, and then I could just barely fit that back down in there where it belongs. You need that much room to be able to get it in. Oh my God, this thing is a pain in the ass to put on, and I've done it like 12 times already. This thing is a ginormous pain to get on and fitted onto that pipe down there. So I'm gonna try to put the I can't even think anymore. This guy down there, I don't know if, it looks like there's kind of an alignment mark there with something, and maybe that's where it's supposed to line up, but it seems too far over. I don't know, I'm just gonna try it like this. So once I have everything situated like this, I'm gonna come in and put some bolts in here to hold it down. All right, just going around the ends of each manifold. There's 2 bolts for each manifold. So all 4 of these, 1, 2, and then 3, 4 on the other side are 10 Newton meters. All right, I had this labeled bank 1 case / head. And this is the little hose that connects to the AOS, I believe. In my kit, I have a new one. That is the part number. So I'm gonna just take the hose clamps off of this one to reuse over here. All right, so this guy goes right down there, and you can see that little notch lines up with this little white line. All right, once he is snug down there, I am just going to position that clamp where I can get my hose pliers on it pretty easily if I need to in the future. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and drop my AOS in here. Now I have the Ultimate AOS, so mine, I think this part looks pretty similar to yours, minus that stuff in there probably. But I'm gonna attach it now. It has two obvious bolts, and I'm just reusing my old hardware that I cleaned up. Man, that thing is kind of tough to get to even with the engine out of the car. So yeah, imagine in the car, no thank you. One of the many reasons I went with the Ultimate AOS, so I never have to replace this thing because it's not gonna go bad. Standard 10 Newton meters on those two. Next up, this seemingly very important part is gonna go back in. This is about the stage that I removed it last time. So it goes under the manifold. I'm gonna stick this end in first because this connection right here is that little electrical connector down there. So let me just slide him all the way in through there. Oh yeah, and this attaches to that bolt right here. So just a little 8mm on that screw right here to tighten that bracket down. So it looks like that. All right, these are 7mm. Just tighten them up. Now is a good time so you can look under them and see clearly to make sure that not only is the rubber part lined up correctly, but that these clamps are as well. Make sure they're in the grooves, not hanging over there, because this is an easy place to get vacuum leaks. All right, I got this part number from Porsche and ordered some of this. I thought that it was going to be the vacuum line, but what it really is the, let me see if I can show you, because I'm going to go ahead and replace it now that I have it, is these two rubber, it's like a little rubber hose that the vacuum lines connect into. It's like replacements for these. So it comes in like a 3-foot length that you can cut to whatever length you need. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove all of these wherever they are in the engine and measure, cut them to the same length and replace. All right, this part number right here is for the vacuum line. It was not specifically to fit my vehicle, but I think all Porsches use the same stuff, it seems like. So the reason I'm doing this, let me see if I can zoom in and show you. So like right here, you can see, I can get a nail in there really well. It just looks like it has like a chip taken out of it. And a couple of the lines have something like that in them. So I'm just going to remove and measure and cut. All right, I'm pretty glad I did that now, because this one, the one that came out and went into the Y, actually has oil in it. It's dripping some oil out of there. All right, so I have that reattached here. Both lines are running through here. One is coming to this T, and then this T, the short one on this T is actually going to connect to this guy, to the bottom of him. So I'm gonna go ahead and connect that now. So this is the, oops. So here is our little Y, and the bottom one is gonna come into this here. All right, that upper vacuum line right here that came off the top of this is actually gonna go right here into this piece once we install it. But we're not gonna install this until after it is in the car. So that one is gonna be just dangling there waiting for its mate. All right, so the other end of this Y splitter that is coming over in this direction is gonna get connected right here to this piece, and the other end of that goes to the hose that comes out of this brake booster thingamadilly. So that's gonna connect right here. That piece of hose in this clip felt really loose, so I'm gonna use the extra bundle that I got and replace it with a new piece. All right, here is the main component of my Ultimate AOS, and it mounts right here. And actually this bolt for the intake manifold is what holds it on. So I'm actually going to remove this corner bolt again. So this is going back to 10 Newton meters. Reconnecting our banjo bolt down here to the bottom. All right, 19 millimeter, I got this banjo bolt installed and tightened right down here. So I got the little black plastic washer kind of thing, banjo bolt, and then this white spacer with the wide part on the top. All right, so if you're doing the Ultimate AOS, here is how it gets its power. It connects to the changeover valve here. And so this wire that normally connects into the changeover valve, essentially it's a junction for this. So I'm gonna snap that into here, and then this one into the changeover valve. All right, the other long wire that comes out of here, I just have routed up over here behind the AOS, out this side, because eventually it's gonna connect to the bottom of our coolant reservoir, and it's over here somewhere. So I'm just gonna try to make sure it's over here and out of the way. All right, this really big long part, that is the part number of this hose that runs over the top of your engine. It gets very hot and can get brittle and crack. So the kit came with a new one of these. All right, so here is the new one. Here is the old one. And the old one still has this little piece on it that clips some of the other hoses. So I'm just gonna remove that and put it on here. So this goes underneath all of this, somewhere around this manner. So that part plugs into our AOS over there. This part underneath there comes down and connects where that red cap is. So we just have to feed it through the middle gently and snake it into place. All right, so this is how it's gonna look. It's going to clip in right down here. So I'll go ahead and make sure you hear the snaps connected here. This thing is going to attach it right here, but we cannot attach that yet with the yoke on it because it makes contact with the yoke, but we have it in place. Let me show you how it runs back here, right underneath our manifold and right underneath this. What all of that looks like, and then it connects right here into this piece, snaps into place. All right, so you can see our changeover valve and the two vent lines are going right above it, and these clips here are for a couple of our hoses, so let me attach those. The hose coming out of our heat exchanger clips on right there, and then it comes up here, and it has a little tab right here where it's just going to click on to attach to the intake manifold up top. And this black bendy tube that comes out clips into that bracket over there to line it up with where it's going to go eventually. So while it's out of the car and easy to see, I'm going to show you guys. So this is going to go right into there, and this tubing right here I just replaced. That's where a single vent line is going to go into. That hose that we just connected actually goes, where does it go? Goes right here into that thing coming out. And then we have an electrical connection on the bottom and a little bracket for it to snap into. And that is this electrical connection that we have left. So all three of those things are going to connect to this.
Thanks for watching. I hope this video was helpful. If you found value in the information shared, please take a moment to give it a like and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your feedback not only encourages us, but also helps others discover content that can make a difference. Remember, every like and comment counts in building a community where we can all learn and grow together. Looking forward to seeing you soon.